YouTube just announced 30 brand new updates for creators. And out of those 30, I've identified the 7 that actually move the needle for channels like yours that want to use YouTube to build your business. Forget all the gimmicks like AI-generated songs and dancing photos. Those won't get you clients or do anything for your revenue. Today, I'm focusing on the updates that help you reach new audiences, grow your channel, and turn YouTube into a client-generating machine. So let's start with the one that I'm most excited about, title A/B testing. So YouTube's been letting us test thumbnails since about 2023, and get this, creators have already used it over 15 million times. I use it myself for every single video that I make. But here's what drove me crazy. So you could test different thumbnails, but you were stuck with whatever title you picked first. If it was bad, sucks to be you, I guess. But they've been teasing this coming out ever since, and I finally got access to it. So now you can upload up to 3 different titles for the same video and let YouTube just figure out which one actually gets people watching. And let's face it, since I don't really know what I'm gonna title this video yet, you better believe I'm gonna be using this feature to help me land on the best one. So here's how it works. You've got 3 different ways to test. So first, you can test complete packages. So maybe one title and thumbnail combo that basically says that this is for beginners, or another combo that emphasizes a specific result that the video is gonna get them, and maybe a third option that hits on something else. Or you could keep the same thumbnail and just test different titles. Like, let's say if you're a financial advisor, you could test the hidden tax that's costing you thousands versus what nobody tells you about capital gains versus this IRS rule could save your retirement. Or just flip it, keep the same title and test 3 different thumbnail styles to see if your audience prefers faces or text overlays or before and after shots, whatever you want to test. And here's the beauty part. So YouTube automatically picks the winner based on which version gets the most watch time, not just clicks, actual watch time, because clicks don't pay the bills, keeping people watching does. What I love about this is it completely removes the guesswork. You can be scientific about how you do things, and you can learn from patterns as you go. And yes, you can use this on old videos too, not just the new ones. So why not go back to that video that never quite took off and just start testing new titles until you find one that works. Now, I'll be honest with you, the one thing I'm not really sure about at this point with this title testing is how it's gonna affect the SEO of your video titles if you're trying 3 different ones, because I do really stress that smaller new channels need to lean into search to get that initial traction on YouTube. So I would say if you have an SEO keyword phrase picked out for your video, you should probably use that same exact phrase in all 3 of your titles and then just change the rest of the title around it. But getting people to click is only half the battle. You need the right video ideas in the first place. And that brings me to the new inspiration tab improvements. So this always seemed like a cool idea, but honestly, it was never actually that helpful. I can never really get it to give me good suggestions, but they've completely overhauled it now, and it's actually pretty useful. So here's how you can use it. You just type in any topic, let's say kitchen remodeling if you're a contractor, and boom, you get 9 fresh video ideas specifically tailored to your channel based on what your audience actually watches. But here's the even cooler part. So when you click on one of these suggestions, a new page opens up and gives you everything from hooks to start your video with, to a proposed outline, thumbnail ideas. Honestly, not too impressed with those though, but I'm sure they'll get better over time. And they give you titles that actually seem like good YouTube titles. Like, I'd click on some of these. And the system pulls data from actual viewer behavior. So when it suggests something, it's because real people who watch channels like yours are literally searching for that exact thing. And you've also got this little AI box that pops up where you can further develop the idea with its help. So you can just kind of type something in here that you might want to include, or maybe you want to make a small tweak to the idea itself, and it's going to help you brainstorm and land on that perfect video idea way faster than you could if you were just doing it yourself. And once you've got your title dialed in and your idea ready to go, you need to know if it's actually working, which is where our next update comes in. Ask Studio is a brand new AI feature where you literally just talk to your YouTube stats like you're texting an expert that you've hired. So that means you don't have to try to make sense of a bunch of confusing charts trying to figure out why your last video flopped. You could just type in, "Why did my last video flop?" and it'll do its best to tell you in plain English. You can ask it things like, how's my last video doing? And it'll break down the performance compared to your other videos. Or what are people saying about my editing? And then it'll analyze all of your comments and it'll tell you the common themes there. And this would be really helpful, right? To say, where are people clicking off? And then it can show you the exact moment and maybe the thing you said that caused viewers to leave, and it will try to explain why that happened. Let's say you're a personal trainer and you've got a workout video that's not getting views. So instead of guessing why, you could just ask, what went wrong with my ab workout video? And then it might tell you that viewers dropped off at the 3-minute mark when you started the warm-up because your audience typically skips warm-ups. They want to jump straight into the workout. That is actionable. That's something you can actually fix for next time. It can even analyze the overall feeling of your comments in general. So if people are confused about something you're teaching, or if they're asking the same question over and over again, it'll flag that for you. Now, there's one thing it can't do yet, and that's compare you to your competitors. So you can't really ask things like, how am I doing compared to other plumbing channels? But honestly, you probably don't want to focus there anyway. You want to focus on beating your own best videos first. That's where the real growth happens on YouTube. So once you start to know what's working, now it's time to multiply your reach, and that's where collaborations come in. So YouTube just made it stupid easy to share audiences with other creators. And I'm not talking about the old way where you'd make a video together and just hope that both audiences would watch it, right? This is much more streamlined. So with the new collaboration feature, up to 5 channels can co-post the same exact video. Not similar videos, not just different versions that everyone's kind of putting on their own channel. It's the exact same video showing up on all the channels. So everyone gets the views, everyone gets the watch time. Not to mention, you're getting exposed to entirely new audiences who've never heard of you before. Think about that. If you're a real estate agent, what if you were to team up with a mortgage broker, a home inspector, and a moving company? Then you put all your expertise together to create one killer video called Everything You Need to Know Before Buying Your First Home. And then you'd put that video on all 4 channels, which means you just 4x'd your reach with not even the same amount of work. It'd be like a quarter of the work because you're splitting it between the channels, and then everyone involved could get a new client, theoretically. So that's for traditional YouTube videos you can co-post together, but then there's also live co-streaming. So 2 creators can stream to both of their channels at the same time now. And YouTube handles all the technical stuff on the back end, so you don't have to worry about getting flagged for duplicate content. Both channels share the same chat, same comments, same view count, same everything. Just imagine doing a live Q&A with another expert in your field. I've already got some ideas of who I might want to do this with, right? Then your audiences merge together for that hour. Their viewers become your viewers and vice versa. So not to mention that people love seeing experts have real conversations. It's way more interesting a lot of times than just another talking head video. And if going live is going to be a part of your YouTube strategy, here's a new feature that helps you squeeze every bit of value out of it. Live to Shorts is pretty much exactly what it sounds like, but it's smarter than you might think. So while you're live streaming, maybe you're doing a walkthrough of a client project or you're answering questions, you can mark specific moments to turn into shorts, or even better, just let AI do it for you after the stream ends. Now, I gotta be real here. This isn't gonna be as good as Opus Clip or any of those fancy editing tools. You're not gonna be getting custom captions or complicated editing. This is pretty basic, but sometimes basic is exactly what you need. Let's say you're doing a live stream about organizing closets and you share a smart hack about using shower curtain rings to hang scarves. I don't know. But that moment, that's a short. You mark it or AI finds it on its own, and boom, it's scheduled then to post as a short on your channel. And the beauty part here is you're not doing any extra work. You were already live streaming. Now, that one stream becomes 5, 10, maybe 15 pieces of content for you. And while I don't necessarily think that shorts are the best way to get clients out there, I definitely think long form content's better. Shorts can still be good because they're really being pushed hard by YouTube right now. So, they want to compete with TikTok and Instagram Reels. So they're basically showing shorts to everyone right now. But what if you've never actually gone live because the whole thing kind of terrifies you, right? I get it. I've gone live maybe 10 times now, and I always get the butterflies right before it starts. You know, because tech can go wrong. People might leave mean comments and that might throw me off, right? It's live, anything can happen. But this is pretty cool. That's where practice mode comes in, and honestly, this should have existed years ago. So what this is, it's just a private rehearsal space where you can practice going live without actually going live in front of real people. So to you, it feels like you're having a YouTube live experience. YouTube even makes fake AI comments and chat messages, so it kind of feels like people are watching, but they're not. It's just you practicing your opening, you know, getting comfortable with the buttons and the controls, figuring out where to look. Because sometimes going live can be a visceral experience. There's a lot of stuff going on, so it would help to practice just to see where everything is before you commit to showing up. And you can also just like test your whole setup, right? Make sure your lighting looks good, your audio works. You know how to share your screen if you're gonna be presenting something. Practice answering fake comments so you get used to talking and reading at the same time, which can be harder than it sounds at first. So one thing I'm not sure about with this though is, you know, most live streams, at least for me and the ones I've seen, are kind of Q&A based. So I guess my question is, I haven't answered yet, are these fake comments smart enough to ask you questions about your topic? And, you know, if it does, are those questions gonna make sense and even be answerable? Again, not sure yet, but either way, even if it's just comments that you can respond to, I think it's gonna help you feel more comfortable. And honestly, if you were to do this for, say, 30 minutes before you recorded a batch of regular old YouTube videos, it would probably help you in your delivery, being more natural and high energy. And I would take this even further and say, what if you were to do this for 10 minutes every day for a month? Imagine how much more comfortable you would kind of show up on camera after that. It's because on-camera skills can be kind of hard to master. If you can do it in practice mode, I think that would definitely be worth 10 minutes out of your day. And then for those of you who want to add shorts to your overall YouTube mix, but you either hate editing videos or you don't want to learn how to edit videos, AI can take care of it for you once this feature rolls out. All you gotta do is upload your raw footage to the YouTube app, just the clips you shot on your phone, and AI turns those clips into an actual short for you. It picks the best moments automatically, not randomly though, it actually analyzes what's happening and it finds the most interesting parts. Then it arranges the clips in an order that makes sense, and it adds music that fits the vibe. It'll even throw in transitions so it all flows smoothly. Can even generate a voiceover if you want one. So in literal seconds, you've got a first draft of a short that would have taken you an hour to edit yourself. Now this does only work for shorts right now, those vertical videos under 60 seconds. But what good are any of these new features if you don't know what your viewers want from your videos in the first place? The good news is YouTube came right out and told us what your viewers care about the most, so you can concentrate 100% on that and shortcut your results. So click here to watch this video where I go over all their most useful findings when they interviewed real YouTube viewers, your future clients. So click here and let's get you on the same page with your audience and shortcut that sales cycle. See you right there.